All right, guys. So our question number 10 is that we are given with a cubic polynomial function, and on the right side, we are given with a graph. Okay, and it says that this green represents the graph of fx equals 0. Okay, and then it says that the line y equals -8 touches fx at the point q. So this line y equals -8, it touches this fx at point q and crosses at point p. So here it is crossing fx, and here at q it's just touching the fx. So we have to find the coordinates of this point p. Okay, now let's see what's given to us. Okay, so here first thing that is given to us, it is polynomial function, okay, which is x cubed plus 3x squared minus 24x plus 20. Okay, this is the polynomial function given to us. Okay, now see here. Now if I have to represent this cubic polynomial function on the graph, then what would happen? Then on the points where this function, this polynomial function will touch x-axis, or it will just pass through x-axis, I can say those points are the points where I will get zeros for this polynomial functions, right? So for example, what I'm saying here, this is your x, this is your y-axis. Okay, now do not look at this line y equals -8. Okay, just look at this graph fx, okay, curve of fx. Now you can see that this green curve, it is touching or crossing this red color x-axis at this point, and this point. So it means that this given cubic polynomial function has 3 zeros. Understand? But I don't want to find those zeros because that's not my requirement. I'm not asked to find the zeros, okay? But here, what I can say is that this is the equation of polynomial function relative to, this thing is relative to horizontal x-axis. Okay, x-axis. Why? Because if you look at this, if you forget about this black line, then you can see that this whole graph is just giving us the idea of 3 zeros are the points where the graph is meeting horizontal x-axis. So, or I can also say that on 2 horizontal x-axis means y equal 0. Okay, why I'm doing it? Because I'm given with another line y equals -8. So I'm just writing y equals 0 so that it's easy to relate when we go to y equals -8. Okay, now so this is the first thing. Now it says that line y equals -8 touches fx at point p, at point q, and it just crosses the line at point p. Okay, now see here. Now here it's just touching the black line, and here the curve, it is just crossing the black line. Okay, what does it mean? It means these are the points of contact, means these are the points where I can say that the value or the equation of this line, or the value or the function, okay, fx is going to have same values for both line and the graph, right, or the curve. Okay, so what does it mean? Y equals -8. It represents the equation of line. Okay, now you can just, because y is fx, right? So at these points, at point P and Q, I can write y equals fx, right? Which means which means fx x cube plus 3x squared minus 24x plus 20, it's equal to -8. Okay, so if I simplify it further, what would happen here? X cube plus 3x squared minus 24x, and if it comes here, plus 28 equals 0. Now, see here, this is another equation, okay? Or if you look at this polynomial function and this polynomial function, you can see here, this is different from this. Why? Because this represents fx relative to y equals -8. Understand? When you look at this polynomial expression or this polynomial function, so it is the equation relative to y equals -8. It means that just forget about this horizontal x-axis. We have nothing to do with it here. Okay, so just forget the horizontal x-axis. Now, at this point, I know that the coordinates are 2, -8. So what this point represents? This point represents that here the sketch has a solution, repeated solution. Okay, why? Because it is just touching the line and it's just bouncing over. It's not passing through, right? But if you look at point P, here, touching and bouncing over. What does it mean? It means here on this side the value is repeated. The value of x, the solution of x is repeated, but here the value of x is real. Okay, now what we need to do here is we have to find the value of x. Okay, so how we can find x here? How we are going to find the value of x here? Okay, so here first see that here we have 28. This is cubic polynomial function. So just by inspecting, okay, can I write here by inspecting the graph, and using hit and trial method, I can write here this f of 1. Okay, if this is fx, then f of 1 will be 1 plus 3 4 now 1 plus 3 4 and minus 24 now, so it has to be minus if it is -1, f of -1 would be -1, then here plus 3, then here plus 24, yes, plus 24, and here plus 28, right? No, but for f of 1, 1 plus 3, 4. No, then x plus 2, okay? Yes, right. If you look at this side, okay, if you look at point Q, so here, right, if you just inspect the graph and you do not even need to go for hidden trial, if you just inspect the graph, you can see that this x is the repeated solution, right? Because I've written here touching and bouncing over, it means x equals 2. Okay, x equals 2 is the repeated solution, means here x is going to have repeated values plus 2 plus 2. So what does that mean? It means that by inspecting the graph, x minus 2 are the factors of above function. Okay, above function. Now I know that my two factors are x minus 2, x minus 2. Now I can find the remaining factors. So what I will do here is that, okay, here I will just divide this whole expression, x cubed plus 3x squared minus 24x plus 28, by x minus 2 square. What is x minus 2 square? Which is x square minus 4x plus 4. Okay, so if I divide here, it will be x cubed minus 4x squared plus 4x. So here cancelled, plus 7x squared here minus 7x squared minus 28x plus 28. So here if I take 7, so it's going to be 7x squared minus 28x plus 28. So it's going to be 0. It means that my other factor is x plus 7, right? X plus 7. So here I can write here I can write therefore x minus 2 and x plus 7 are the factors of the polynomial function. Which polynomial function? This function. Okay, so x plus 7 means that x plus 7 equals 0, means x is going to be minus 7, means here the x coordinate is going to be minus 7, and y coordinate it's given because the distance of the y, this line y equals -8, it means y coordinate is -8. So the coordinates of P would be -7, -8. Okay, so that's how you have to approach this problem, and that's how you have to do it. Okay, thank you very much.